Oh boy, do I have some comments to make about this fucking spreadsheet. So, I think I figured out what alignment is supposed to be. So, a lot of people are like, if you're lawful good, you're always going to do the nice thing. You can be lawful good and butcher a whole village. You can live up to your particular code of honor, and you can do something that you believe does good. Because the important part about doing good or evil is that you do what you believe in the end. And that could be a lie. You can be lawful good. Maybe you'll atone for it. Maybe you don't. Maybe your rule says... So here's how I dissect the concept of alignment. I know this is not the series to talk about this in, but please. So, lawfulness is your willingness to adhere to a code of law, and to believe that code of law to be more important than getting the job done. Chaotic means you just want to get shit done. Chaotic people will jump off a fucking cliff to get the job done. A lawful person will buy a piece of rope and climb down slowly but surely, picking all the flowers along the way. Goodness is doing what you believe is good. Is doing it for other people, generally speaking. Goodness is your philosophy of selflessness. Whereas evil is doing it for yourself. Now, your alignment isn't set in stone. You can be chaotic evil and be the nicest man on the block, because to you, it's beneficial to be that person. So chaotic evil is like, well, I'm doing this for myself, so I'll just humor everyone a bit, and I'll get off better. You can be the most chaoticest, evilest person in the world, and you can still be the nicest man on the fucking block, because that's just how that worked out for you. But in a pinch, you're gonna be a jackass who says, fuck the law, fuck the popo, and sticks everyone with the death trap, the middle finger, and runs out the fucking building. Lawful good will stick around. He's like, well, I really gotta help these people, if it falls within their system, of course, because you can decide what your code of law is. As long as you stick to it, you're lawful. You can make up any law you want. I have to kill every baby, because then I stop overpopulation. Congratulations, you are now lawful good, and you have to kill every fucking baby. And you'd be chaotic evil if you didn't. Because you're chaotic, because you're breaking your law. And you're evil because you're doing something for your own good, because you don't feel like it, instead of because you have to, because it's good. Just saying. But here's my dissection to this. I can see a demon being neutral good. I think she's more kind of on the lawful end. A lot of people make the mistake of filling in one person for everyone. Fun fact, a lot of people can be the same thing. Say what you want about Maverick, he is lawful good. He just has a lot of tendencies of kind of pushing out there. That being said, I could see him being neutral on the perspective that he's kind of pushing past it. I'd say he's more true neutral than anyone else on this list, because he believes in the law, but he also kind of bends the law a lot. Like, he bends it. Like, to the point that Bryce gets mad. And he does things for himself as much as for everyone else. Like, if anyone's true neutral, it's going to be Maverick. But that might just be a limited perspective, because you don't know everything about them. Izumi is not true neutral. She is way too proactive. She's way too involved with dragons. She is good because she wants to help dragonkind, but she also doesn't believe in humanity. Like, she's given up on humanity. But she's also not true neutral enough. Like, she's clearly doesn't care about code of law or anything, because she does whatever she can to get her job done. I mean, she kills fucking dragons with her own bare hands, just so that the timeline doesn't get fucked up. Like, at that point, you kind of give up your neutral card. He's not evil. I've pointed this out 100 times. Reza is not evil! Reza is a chaotic good person. He does what he believes is good to save all of humanity. The only reason he's an asshole to dragons is because he believes the dragons don't have a chance. Like, in his mind, he's given up on dragons. He's not going to waste his time. In his mind, either he helps dragons and dooms humanity, or he helps humanity. It's a lose situation, but there's no reason for him to care. Also, Emily is not chaotic evil. Chaotic evil requires you to actively be just completely not have no regard. She's more neutral. She's too young to be chaotic evil. Like, you need to be a certain age before your ability to make judgment passes. There's a reason animals are neutral. Animals are generally true neutral because they're too fucking dumb to make advanced decisions on things. And it stops you from hitting them with certain types of spells. But mostly because they're too dumb. They don't have that kind of judgmental ability. And kids don't either. Say what you want, but kids are fucking stupid. Their brains aren't quite there yet. Is Damien lawful evil is a good question, though. He's not chaotic. He is certainly evil because he's in it for himself to the point that he gives the popo the fucking finger. I think he could say he's lawful because he might be like, oh, I could do this, but if it's not true, then I'm going to get into trouble. And blackmail is kind of lawful. I mean, publicly speaking, no one's going to know. Like, maybe you're like, well, this person has done something wrong. Then again, he doesn't turn it in. So if anything, he's evil, but he's neutral evil lawful. He's kind of in between the two. Anna's chaotic evil. There's no fucking argument about it. There's just no way to put it any other way. Maybe neutral evil? The problem with Anna is that she's in it for herself. She gives zero shits about anyone else. She didn't give a shit about the girl who died, so it's like, eh. The only reason she cared is because it involved her future. She doesn't care much about you. She only cares about you because you're interesting to her. She doesn't care about the law. She doesn't care about the government. She just assumes the government will play nice. How much of a chaotic evil person can you get? She is the fucking lich living under the village, killing everyone, saying, well, it's for the greater good, I guess. Like, she's the selling point. Lorem is not chaotic good. Lorem is nothing. Lorem has no established characteristics. Maybe good, you could say, from the perspective that he is trying to portray humans in a fair fashion in his video game, but that is like the best argument you got. He is actually playing it kind of fast and loose in lawfulness with Ipsum's privacy and all that, but there's not enough. There's not enough to say what Lorem really is. I mean, I guess he's chaotic because actually, doesn't that make him chaotic neutral? Like, he disregards the law because he went up to Reza and up to you for his own selfish reasons. And the reason he's trying to make humans look good is for his own reasons, because he wants to make this a good game. That would make him chaotic because he has disregard for how people perceive him. And he's evil because he's doing it for himself. I know, I'm just saying. That's how I interpret alignments. I interpret alignments as code of law / you're doing what society wants because you don't want to make a bad image of yourself. You do what the ends justify the means. You're trying to do what you believe is good. Like, you're doing it for other people. You believe that if you help other people, it's the best way to help yourself. At all times. In a Twitch decision, you're going to save a small baby, even if it means losing a finger. Fuck the world. It's all about you. As long as you get out on top, world's fine. Like, that's how I see it. Like, that's what makes true neutral so weird. It means you don't care about society, but you're also not going to just kill someone to achieve your objective. You're trying to do good, but you're also trying to pick for yourself. And it's also why chaotic neutral is such a shitfest, is, what the fuck are you? You don't care about anything! You literally, like, true neutral, at least you have some regard for like, law. Like, you're not gonna just piss off a guard. But if you're chaotic neutral, you're nothing. You're literally fucking nothing. What are you? The rules flexibility goes like this. And I think this is just a dividing line between here. You'll generally try to achieve things. You're not gonna fuck over society as a whole because lawful evil still needs a society, generally speaking, depending on what your code of law is. Whereas here, you're a lot more okay on your own. And true neutral is just this weird fucking void. Ignore it. Never look at true neutral. Don't. You're never true neutral. Your character needs to have something to define. Don't go for chaotic neutral either, because then you're still fucking nothing. If you're neutral evil, you're kind of the same. Like, this fucking angle, you start losing traits. You start becoming something that isn't a characteristic anymore. And your alignment is way too nuanced. I clicked that thing, and I didn't want to. Well, that's the translation. It's been a whole 8 minutes. But there's my rant. Yeah, like, again, why aren't there smaller pizzas? Oh, my eye is bulging. Why does it do that? Why does my eye throb? Ah! It's such a weird feeling. Ah. I mean, we can all agree that salad on a pizza is a whole different story than pineapple on a pizza. I don't like pineapple on a pizza because I don't like sweets, and I don't like fruits in general, so for me, that's an easy decision to make. But salad! That's the antithesis of what a pizza is. A pizza's supposed to have this crunchy softness to it, and salads are this freshness. Like, all the watery stuff's gonna mess it up. Like, there's a whole slew of reasons why this isn't conventional. The Italians would scoff at you and tell you to eat it on the side to clear your palate. Like, you don't put a fucking palate cleanser on the palate, is what I'm trying to say. You don't put fucking acetone on your nails before you apply the finger paint. Well, technically you do, because you gotta clean the old stuff off, but... My head hurts because I didn't sleep well because of the Starfinder D&D. I keep calling it Starfinder D&D because most people know D&D. And that's what it is. It's tabletop. Starfinder's tabletop. It was alright. I'm actually using, and you're not going to believe this, I'm using an original D&D module to... So they're in a temple that's on top of the ship they're trying to get into that they bought the deed for. I was actually very much prepared for them trying to trade the deed at the bar, which they started out at, and in which case I had another location they could visit, which was in the mountains, which had made things a little more streamlined, but whatever. But as I found this 10-foot pole review on this weird temple, which happened to be in an archive I have access to. And I was like, you know what? I'll pick this up. I'll use the blueprint and some of the locations. I'll scale it up a bit so that it works for the characters. It was nice. It's nice. They seemed interested in it, especially because they're starting to. Because sure, the opening is a bit but once you get inside, you start seeing the cool stuff. And next week they're gonna get to the cool stuff, and then we're gonna see if they actually like it or not. Just start off nice and easy. Why did they get rid of this? It's such a weird little thing. I guess it's because it's here, but it's still... Nope. And I've been thinking about it. What would Remy be? Remy is not good. He doesn't seem to give a shit about society at large. Like, he sure wants to help people out, but it seems to be very faint. Like, he's lost much of his hope of humanity. I'd say... he kind of fit as true. He's not lawful. Because if he was lawful, he wouldn't do that fucking shit with his wife. That is not lawful behavior. You don't do that shit. I mean, you could say he's lawful in the regard that it fits within this code of law, fine. Then I'll say he's lawful neutral. He's a fucking cog in the machine. He comes from Mechanus. He's a goddamn inevitable. What a boring man. I mean... considering... we're gonna go to Wolfram Alpha. This is where you can type some random shit in. There should be one for mathematics, for nice, easy spherical calculations. Because I'm not too good with this... I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means. I don't know English terms. Oh! Oh, that's so cool! Does this tell you the inner circle? Ooh, let's get this a shot. I'm really curious about this now. Oh, that's cool. So say I got one of 25. You got a nice 25 centimeter pizza. So that's a lot of pizza, ain't it? That's a lot of centimeters. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of centimeters. How? Oh, because it's doing something else. What is analysis? I need to know what it is now. What is this? What does it do? I spit on my screen like an idiot. Analysis geometric object using... I don't know what that means! I don't know these words! I only learned the Dutch words! Which sometimes don't overlap. Wah. Oh, whatever. I'll just type in the fucking formulas, I know them. What was it again? It wasn't radius. Because that'd be fucking stupid. It was... yeah, it was diameter then. So 25 times pi would be it. So we got that. That's, no, wait, wasn't there a square in there somewhere? Circle, surface area. I haven't done this in a while. I mean, I'm trying to remember fucking SQL. Yeah, I knew. Radius squared. Okay, so I was right about the radius thing. So that would be 12.5. But wait, is the whole thing squared? Or is it like a... oh, we can just do this here. No. Oh, that explains why that number was so huge. Yeah, so, okay, that's a lot more what I had in mind. So that's how many... That's a lot of square centimeters, though, for such a small pizza. So, say you're going to bump this up to a 30 centimeter. Holy caholy! That increased by a huge factor, didn't it? Well, I guess technically it did increase by a third. So it increased by a... Actually, we can pull this through the ringer if we want to. Let's pull out the calculator. 12.5... no. We do 50. Whoops! I forgot that numpad does that. I don't know how much you missed. But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that would be 20% because that's 1/5, 2.5. Whoops! So it goes up for 20%. But how much is... so we got 700. Let's play fast and loose. 700... that's 7/5, which is one... Yeah! I keep doing this. I keep fucking doing this because it's part of the formulas! Ah! Stupid me. I should move the number. But what I can figure out is that the numbers... numbers are cool. But yeah, like, just going up to that much, you get a lot more pizza. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot more pizza, but it is a lot more pizza. And you go to, like, holy crap. You go up. Double. You get so much more. Not even double. Not even fucking double. Damn! Look at them numbers, boy. Snazzy. Ugh. What's that? What's that? I don't know what that is. It looks so cool. The properties of a knot. I don't know what a knot's properties are, or what that even means. Help! I need a furry. They know about knots. How would you even know what they have? I guess you're reading off a menu though. Not really. I would put olives, if anything. So, a thing to remember is not just need the internet infrastructure. This means that banking is that they have an online banking infrastructure for this. Like holy caholy. So they have a menu and a... Look how you just sit there. You just kind of sit there like a bunch of dweebs. The fact that it levitates and we just skim over that is super fucking weird, because stuff in our world doesn't levitate. Especially not consumer electronics. I can understand the websites would be primitive though, since the technology is based on something that really wasn't meant for that. The voice modulator makes sense. It's kind of weird that this date is so different depending on whether you have the Exoman sphere or not. I think we're going to stop here. It's 20 minutes. I don't feel 100%. I know it's only 100 lines, but we had a huge discussion before this. I mean, it's not a discussion. It's more me monologuing. Okay, so here's this is purple prose. Don't do this. Don't do this. We know what a pizza box is! You don't need to fucking dress it up. Unless they particularly make boring pizza boxes. I love that Adine swears at you. Which is weird, because it's entirely possible you're not leaving on that bad a term. She just like, I understand that the circumstance could be that you sent her away, but it's just kind of weird that she'd be this mad. Why is my eye throbbing? Ah! Oh, cool. He doesn't give a shit. Weird that fucking Adine status would come up in this. Let's do this later. I got a headache, and I just don't feel like it anymore. Next time, Adine and her cameo appearance for some reason. Why would she have to come in if you're... I don't know. I just don't know.